Hey everybody, it's Mr. Greg with another exciting Elevate Live presenter preview. We're so excited to be hanging out with you tonight. We are in a little bit of a different location. As you can see, I'm actually standing outside because we're hopefully, fingers crossed, going to be talking to our friend Josie McClain about growing through gardening, which I'm super excited about. I think this is an amazing topic. I cannot wait to hear more about this. Josie is in Arizona, and so there are different time zones. And so she thought she had another hour, so she's trying to get to a computer. So Josie will hopefully be joining us in a few minutes, but here we are. So, right, it's a perfect topic for Earth Day. So we are super excited to talk about this. We're also excited to, as always, during these lives, is to give away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. Josie made it. So
I made it.
If you want to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual, hit your share button, get in the comments. The more you share, the more you comment, the more chances you have to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. And we would love to hear your questions about this topic, about gardening and growth. Like, this, perfect for Earth Day. I love this. So Josie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
All right, and I can hear you. So welcome. You made it.
Yes, I am so sorry.
Oh, you're totally fine. You're totally fine.
Like 3 times.
Listen, time zones are hard.
Yes, we
right?
don't do daylight savings in Arizona.
Hey, Dolly, come here. And I love like I always think like we have to teach these time zones to kids, and like how hard it is for grown-ups. Like, imagine trying to get kids to understand this.
Nearly impossible.
Right. Well, listen, we are so excited that you are here. And Dolly, I'm out. So I chose to do this outside since we were talking about gardening. So I'm standing out on the patio outside of my office, and Dolly is like wandering around. So, welcome to Alive. Well, Josie, we're so excited to have you as part of the Elevate family.
I'm so excited to be part of the family.
So Josie volunteered for us last year in Phoenix, and we were all just so impressed with her and just her willingness to jump in and help, and just anyone who talked to her was just so impressed. And so we were like, we have to get Josie as part of Elevate. So we are so excited that you're here. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Thank you so much for having me. We just got out of school, so I was going to be so prepared and have a nice backdrop and even do it outside, but I am still in my classroom. I teach 2nd grade in Arizona, and I have been teaching 2nd grade since 2019. Hi, everyone. Love seeing the comments come in. And before that, I taught 5th grade for a few years in Phoenix, but now I'm in a very rural area, so it's very different than the big city. And today I have my Moment of Science t-shirt on for Earth Day.
I love it. Well, I don't know if this was an intentional, but I love that we're getting to talk to you about gardening on Earth Day. Like, it's perfect.
Yes, it's any little small step towards the big picture that we can encourage in our students. That's really what I want to encourage and promote.
I love that. Well, we're excited to have you at Elevate Virtual, and I want to remind everybody that we are giving away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. All you have to do to enter tonight's giveaway is hit the share button and get in the comments. The more you share and the more you comment, the more chances you have to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. So what questions do you have for us about gardening and how that works in schools? Tips, tricks? What do you want to know? Josie, give us a little sneak peek into your session, and then we'll just get into all the things.
Yeah, so my session is super relaxed. I love the beauty of a virtual conference where you can do it at your own pace and you can do it in your pajamas. And I did not record my session in my pajamas, but I am
we have not had, I don't think, and Jesse can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've had anybody record their session in their pajamas.
No, I went with green for the concept, but it is It's baby steps. And that's what I really want to encourage teachers to walk away from the session with practical tips that they can do as soon as, I say tomorrow, but if we're on summer break, something to get your wheels turning for the next school year, and something that can really be catered towards the young grades and have hands-on engagement and participation from preschool, kindergarten, first and second grade students.
I love it. And that's that's what we love about Elevate, is that it's so practical and relatable, because we're all in the classroom. All of our presenters are currently active in schools and classrooms, and so we get it. And so we're all sharing these ideas that, like you said, can be implemented tomorrow. And I think gardening and planting, kids love this. Like every
Yes.
year, whenever we always do grass, like grass seed, because it grows so fast and it's so
Yes.
easy. Like the kids go crazy for it, and it's such a simple thing that can be used to teach so many different standards and concepts and content. So I love that you're doing a whole session on this.
And a lot of the session also implements other content areas, because a lot of times science and social studies takes the back seat for a lot of us that are very focused on maybe bell to bell teaching or the expectations of an ELA and math curriculum. But there's so many easy ways to implement reading, writing, and math in the science curriculum, like just journaling and recording your observations as you're going through it. And so part of my session is how I do it, and included in the materials are easy ways to record your observations, have a growth log for any of the plants or vegetables that you choose to try out with your students.
I love it. I love it. And one of the things, every week in our classroom, we do Foodie Fun Friday. So we always cook or make a snack. And one of, like, at this time of the year, like we eat the parts of a plant, we read the book Tops and Bottoms, and then we
Yes,
make a
love
tops and bottoms salad. And it's always just fascinating to me to watch the kids with all the different vegetables and the different foods. Like I remember one year I had in the tops and bottoms salads, we put beets. And one little boy ate every beet he could get his hands on, and all of the
Wow.
extra ones, and it just blew me away. And so I love that we are going to help teachers hopefully give kids more opportunities to experience these things and try these things.
Exposure is huge. And I think sometimes kids don't know what they don't know. And I know from experience teaching in a very rural area, we are kind of in a food desert out here and don't have access to a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables. So we do a lot of food tasting. Like our cafeteria employees are phenomenal and give students amazing lunches, but they might have never tried beets, or we do micro radishes, and I will talk about that in my session a little bit. And completely not a promotion at all, but we really love, like I have my mushroom kit right here, and
Fun.
it's so easy. It's a windowsill kit that takes only 10 days to grow, and kids may have never tried oyster mushrooms before, and that's what we use. And they have the taste testing with the different dips or the different toppings and put it in a salad, just like what you were describing.
I love that. I love that. Well, listen, y'all, we're going to keep talking to Josie. I've already had an aha moment. I need to get a mushroom growing kit for my classroom. So if you want more aha moments, you need to join us at Elevate Virtual this summer. Elevate Virtual kicks off June 1st, runs through August 31st. It's a 90-day on-demand virtual conference, which means you can access all of the content anytime, anywhere, as much as you want during those 90 days. And like Josie said, you can watch in your pajamas at 3 a.m. with a margarita. So that's why we love virtual conferences, because it's so easy. We've made it even easier because we also have an app. So you can watch all of the content on your iPad, your laptop, your phone. So we've made it super easy to access all of the content. You're going to get access to 36 sessions, which includes 4 keynotes. You're going to get hundreds and hundreds of dollars of downloads for your classroom. You heard Josie mention some of her materials that are available. You're also going to get a certificate of contact for 36 hours. You are entered to win $10,000 in giveaways and so much more. Don't miss out. Click the links in the comments and the description. Get registered. now. And when you register, you click the link and use the code Josie to get an extra 25% off. So instead of registering for $80, you'll be able to register for $60. So if you haven't registered, now's the time to do it. All right. Ashley's excited about the mushrooms. Yeah, same. Ashley had
Yeah,
never
I can.
in my life thought about growing mushrooms in the classroom.
And sometimes it's easy to buy at the grocery store foods for you to taste test with your kids, but this one, they can all help contribute to actually growing them. And it's so quick and it's almost foolproof. Like I've also tried cherry tomatoes, and that was kind of a flop because it took way longer and we started way late in the year. So my advice, if you do tomatoes, is start very early in the year. But it really is so amazing for any type of classroom because you can do it inside and it does not matter what the weather's like, because I live in a very hot climate where outdoor gardening could be near impossible this time of year. But then if you live in a really snowy state, this works as long as sun is coming through the window. It needs very little light. But also, if you are scared to dip your toes in with food, I also talk about different class plants. I'm a very big supporter of class plants instead of class pets, and you can still learn the growth cycle and how to take care of the plants. And they help filter the air, so we have quite a few in our classroom too.
Well, and you were talking about growing the mushrooms and then, the kids helping and then eating them. And I think, you talked about exposure. I think, and earlier you said kids don't know what they don't know. How many of our kids don't know where food comes from? Like they think, the grocery store, right?
Yep.
And so we always have this, realization when we do our farm animals unit and, Thanksgiving and turkey, and they're like, wait, what? And so the fact that they can grow the mushrooms and then eat them, I love that. I think that is what a concrete way to get them to understand that
Yes.
somebody has to grow the food, right? Or, raise the animals on the farm. And that's where food comes from. So I think that's such an important thing to teach our kids.
Yeah, and it's ownership from start to finish. Like they feel like they have participated in something big. What other vegetables? This is a question. What other vegetables have we tried growing in our classroom? So we actually do. I don't know if I want to spoil it. You might have.
Yeah, we don't want to give everything away, but
special.
somebody did ask if you had, and this is, we love to share ideas, but somebody did ask something else that is easy and quick. Regina
Yes.
says, can you suggest anything else that is easy and quick? So you can't eat it, but I've done grass. If you're wanting something that you can grow quick and easy, we've always done grass seed and it grows really well.
And even wheatgrass is more edible, and we as adults want to be healthy and have our immunity, little shots of wheatgrass or turmeric. And wheatgrass grows so quickly and it needs very little soil. And so I talk about hydroponics in my session, which is another avenue of gardening that isn't as messy. And we do wheatgrass on top of our hydroponic system.
I love it. I love it. Well, I also love that you talked about plants in the classroom, because I used to always have plants in the classroom. I don't have one right now. The one I had in the classroom is actually in my office, but I love this. And you gave all of these, it filters the air, all these things, but I also think it just makes the classroom,
the ambiance, the environment, it cozy.
Softens it, right? It makes it more cozy. So what are a couple of your favorite classroom plants? Also, I love that you are advocating for classroom plants and not classroom pets. Because listen,
which no shame if you do, but
y'all go for those pets.
Take care of. I will admit we tried a class fish one year and I took it way too hard when that fish passed, and I'm like, never again, never again.
Right. Well, we had a class guinea pig, and guinea pigs are fragile, and he went to guinea pig heaven, and then you have to walk your kids through the process, and I just didn't have it in me, so I just told them that he retired.
Yeah. And I mean, that's also part of life that they need to learn, but maybe with their families and not with.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to have they just retire.
Yeah, and I also have a disclosure that this session is so close to my heart, but I do not have a green thumb at all, which may be shocking because it's my whole session, but my husband is the gardener in our family and works on the yard, and he's fabulous. But I have snake plants in my classroom, and they will not die. They absolutely will not dry up, and I forget to water them very frequently and forget to remind the kids to help water them. And so snake plants have my stamp of approval.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that because I'm like I don't do well. Like for the longest time, I had one of those vines.
Is it a spider plant? Maybe?
No, that's what I have now. But it was like I
Okay.
don't know. It was one of those vines like you could cut pieces off and put it in water and it would grow more. I don't know, but and like they were also like nearly impossible to kill. But mine, I killed mine. So I got my spider plant going and it's hanging on. But I'm gonna have to check out the snake plants.
Yeah, spider plants are great. I talk about in the session the propagation, like you said, with you can snip them off and give all your students a mini spider plant at the end of the year as a gift. And then it's a way to remember the class, and they can take it home and teach their families, and then they can grow their own spider plant too.
I love that. I love that. I want to go ahead and remind everybody here in a few minutes, we're going to be doing a giveaway. We're going to give away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. All you have to do to enter is hit the share button and join us in the comments. The more you share, the more you comment, the more chances you have to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. So hit that share button, get in the comments. Everybody's really excited, like really excited about this, like because I think it's something that we think about a little bit, especially at this time of year. But I don't think most of us have really thought about how much we can do with gardening and plants. And like you said, the cross-curricular integration. So I think this is going to be fantastic. And I love that people are so excited about this.
I love that too. I mean, all of us probably have done it at one time or another, like you said, with the trying different foods and growing grass. And I've seen in the comments, I love seeing the ideas from others. And I, by no means I'm the gardening expert, but I have so many years of experience of trying and possibly failing and refining it. And I think, and I hope that just taking nuggets from the session. I also, with the cross-curricular, have a book list, an early elementary book list that can lend itself beautifully to when you do this with your students.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. I can't wait. I love a good book list. And somebody just asked, what's your favorite planting book to read? So give us one.
Okay, I love A Green Kid's Guide to Watering Plants, and it's a great one to shout out on Earth Day because it's a lot about water conservation as well, and how to teach kids in a developmentally appropriate way how to save water by also gardening, because you don't need the hose running all the time. And they give some really great tips and tricks about like collecting rainwater in a rain barrel, or poking holes in a like a sprinkler system in your raised bed.
I love it. I love it. I'm just looking through the comments. Stephanie's talking about the spider plant idea, how she's sending that home. Kelly's really like, I love the book list. Listen, me too. Jason will lose his mind because like every time I see a book list, I order books, and he's like, what did you order now? Like, don't you have enough books? The answer is no, you can never have enough.
Never.
Well, and I love, like you said, that you are like, you're not an expert. You don't have a green thumb, which was when you said that, I was like, oh, okay, well, you seem to know what you're talking about. So
it's yellow. Like, it's sitting there.
Well, and I love that you said that this is something that you're passionate about. And so that you wanted to bring that to Elevate. And I love that because like, that's like when we share what we're passionate about, that's when we are able to inspire others and encourage others. And so I love that you're doing a session on something that, like you said, you're not an expert at, but you're passionate about it.
And it's really great to get firsthand experience from teachers who are doing it right now. Like, okay, that teacher did it, and she says she's not even that great at gardening, and it works. And so maybe it will give me the confidence to try with my own students.
Absolutely. I like that. Right. Exactly. Like, oh, she did it, and she wasn't an expert, and it worked. So I'm going to, if they can do it, I can do it. And I love that. And I love your attitude about this, about like, well, let's just do it and see what happens.
Yeah, and that's what we teach our students, like the power of yet. And if this isn't growing and we didn't plant the seeds far enough or enough seeds in one cluster and we might be disappointed, that's just part of the nature of gardening and trial and error. And but I definitely, even though I'm not the expert, I refer to the experts in my session. It is definitely research based.
I love that. And y'all listen, this is what Elevate is all about. We are active in schools and classrooms. We're talking about things that we are passionate about, things that we have tried and done and are doing in our classrooms, and we rely on the experts because everything at Elevate is research based. And by research based, we mean current academic research, not like somebody read a magazine article. Like, it's actual, like, vetted research. And so this is I love this, Josie, because I think you're really hitting something that I think more of us need to do as teachers. Is we need to find what we're passionate about, and we need to bring that into our classrooms.
Yes. Yeah. And actually, because it's Earth Day and I'm still in my classroom, I have a book list that I have been reading today with my students. We have some really good ones. These are really good. The Our Planet book.
I have that one. I love that. It's a beautiful book.
And my students really loved the one from the perspective of the ocean and talking about how much of the earth is covered with water.
Okay, so I have to share something about water because we've been talking a lot about like reducing, reusing, recycling, conserving water. And when we did the water cycle a few weeks ago, my kids were like blown away to learn that we don't make new water. Like, there's no new water being made. We're just reusing the same water over and over. And so I was like, well, that means that the dinosaurs, that you're drinking the same water that the dinosaurs were drinking. They still talk about this.
Yes.
Like, it just blows their minds. My kids would love that ocean book.
Yes, this one, and I really want to dive into, I believe there's one for the other planets and the sun as well, but I have these two for Earth Day, and I really love, on the topic of water, we are the water protectors. That's a really great one. I have that one. Yeah. So we did that today, but we are starting our mushrooms because it takes so few days to grow. I didn't want to do it. We had a long weekend this past weekend. Otherwise, I would have shown you our mushroom progress, but no one was at school to water them. So we're going to start today and tomorrow.
Well, you'll have to keep us updated on the progress of the mushrooms. And I know lots of people are excited about the mushrooms. So I think that's a fantastic idea. I think I might actually go ahead and order a mushroom kit and try it because we have like 20-something days left. So I think it'd be a perfect end of the school year activity.
So this is the organic oyster mushrooms, but they also have I don't know the proper name for them, but they are pink oyster mushrooms if you wanted to add a little color, or you can have students compare and contrast the two kits. And I believe they just added golden oyster mushrooms. So I believe they're all oyster mushrooms.
Okay. And can we get it on Amazon?
Yeah. So this, again, I'm not getting any kickback. I just love sharing what I love. It's Back to the Roots. So you can go directly to their website or you can buy them on Amazon. And Back to the Roots has also curricular pages that you can download. So they're great for families at home, but also classrooms. So we've used Back to the Roots for mushrooms as well as the wheatgrass and microgreens as well.
All right. Well, listen, y'all, we are getting ready to wrap up. So I want to give everybody a last warning, about a minute to get entered into tonight's giveaway. We're giving away a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. All you have to do to enter is hit the share button and join us in the comments. So hit that share button and comment now, because here in about 1 minute, we're going to choose a winner to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. And if you haven't yet registered for Elevate Virtual, do it now. Click the link in the comments and the descriptions and use the code Josie. That will save you an extra 25% off, which will make your registration $60, which y'all works out to about $2 per session. And you're going to pay $60 or even $80, but you're getting like $500 or $600 in free materials for your classroom. So we're basically paying you to come to Elevate Virtual. So what are you waiting for? Like, seriously, why haven't you registered? 36 sessions, all brand new content this year. Elevate Virtual and Elevate In Person are very separate events. They are two separate, unique events. So, yes, you need to do both. So, register for in person and come hang out with us virtually this summer as well. 36 sessions, including 4 keynotes. Think about how many ideas and how much we've learned from Josie in just a few minutes. Imagine what you're going to take away from her session at Elevate Virtual, along with all of the other sessions and the amazing keynotes. You're also entered to win $10,000 in giveaways. You get a certificate of contact for 36 hours. You can watch the content from June 1st to August 31st as much as you want, whenever you want, wherever you want, however you want, because we have an app. So we've made it all super easy for you. So click the link in the comments and the descriptions, enter the code Josie to save an extra 25% off and get registered. Come see us this summer at Elevate Virtual. We cannot wait. It's going to be a blast. So hurry up and get registered before the price goes up. Click the link, use the code Josie, save yourself 25%. And get registered. And here in a moment, somebody's going to win a free Elevate Virtual Pass. Josie, any last thoughts before we wrap up?
I'm just so excited to be part of Elevate Virtual, and I'm so excited for every single session. And I hope that everyone who attends my session finds something that they can use with their students. And I would love to hear how it goes with everyone.
Well, I cannot wait for your session. I'm excited because it's such a unique topic and a unique session. So I'm thrilled that you're bringing this to Elevate. So I can't wait for your session because I've already got some ideas from you just from tonight. So I know that we're going to get so much from you. So thank you so much. All right. So many teachers buying mushroom kits ASAP.
Yes, Amazon's the mushroom phenomenon.
Right? Amazon's going to be like, why are we all of a sudden selling all these mushroom kits? All right, Jesse, go ahead and pick us a winner. So here we go. Somebody is about to win a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. If you are the winner, you will simply send an email to crystal@elevateyourclassroom.com, and Crystal will take care of your ticket. All right. And tonight's winner of a free ticket to Elevate Virtual is Molly Aldridge. And Molly, so this is perfect because Molly just asked a question in the comments. Molly says, I teach self-contained special ed. Would Elevate be good for me to attend? 1,000,000%. Elevate is good for everybody. Everyone should attend Elevate. So Molly, congratulations. You get to attend Elevate Virtual for free. Congratulations, Molly. Molly, yes, Molly. Molly says, no freaking way. Yes, freaking way, Molly. You just want a free ticket to Elevate Virtual. Molly, send an email to crystal@elevateyourclassroom.com, and Crystal will take care of your tickets. Congratulations, Molly. Everyone else, click that link. Use the code Josie to get registered and save 25%. Do it now before the price goes up, because if you don't do it now, you'll get busy. It's the end of the school year. You'll forget, and then you'll be like, oh, I should have done it then. So do it now. Amelia says, mushroom kit on the way.
Yes, get every kind.
Like, that doesn't sum up what Elevate is all about. Like, listen, we literally just talked about it, and the mushroom kit is on the way. That's how immediate. That's the immediate impact of Elevate. What you learn at Elevate can literally happen tomorrow. Like, if that doesn't prove it, nothing will. So there you go. So Josie, thank you for inspiring and encouraging all of us to grow some mushrooms in our classroom.
Yay! I hope that everyone has a phenomenal rest of their school year growing with their students. I had to throw in a gardening pun. And I'm just so excited for this summer. Elevate and Elevate Virtual.
Well, we are excited to see you at Elevate. And if you haven't yet registered, click the links, get registered, use the code Josie to save 25%. And make sure you come see us in person as well. We'll be in Nashville, Austin, and St. Paul. So get registered for Elevate in person and Elevate Virtual. And just make it a summer of Elevate, y'all. Josie, thank you. Thank you to everyone who joined us tonight. We appreciate y'all. It is National School Bus Driver Day, so shout out to all of our school bus drivers. Thank you for getting our kids to and from school safely. Thank you all so much. We appreciate all of you. Have a great night, and we will be back live tonight at 8 o'clock Central Time for an amazing tour of our brand new teacher planners. So everybody make plans to join us tonight at 8 o'clock for a planner tour, and I'm sure we'll be giving away some planners, so you definitely want to join us tonight. So we'll see you all again soon. Thank you, Josie. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Happy birthday.